offered to give you back your precious Stardust Dragon, you should have just taken it and run back home to the satellite. But no, you just had to prove that you could hold your own with the Master of Faster.
I'm gonna do more than hold my own, Jack. It's my turn! I summon Shield Warrior to the field in defense mode! And next, I'll also switch my Junk Warrior into defense mode. With that done, I'm placing one card face down. It's your move, old buddy.
Leaving both monsters in defense mode. You gotta get aggressive if you want to win. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised. You never were much of a fighter.
We must end this charade. If the paparazzi find Jack dueling some satellite, his reputation will be ruined.
Haven't you learned, Yusei? You can't just cower and hide and hope to survive. And here's proof. Red Dragon Archfiend can wipe out all your monsters in defense mode. So say goodbye to your little friends. Go Absolute Power Force! Seriously, Yusei, didn't you learn anything back in the schoolyard when those mean bullies would come around and threaten you and your little auto shop pals for your lunch money? What did not fighting back ever get you? A black eye and an empty stomach, that's what. Didn't you sneak out of the satellite to get even with me? I mean, if you came here to throw down or whatever, why are you acting like that scared kid from the playground?
It's called strategy.
Well, now that you've got no monsters on your field, Stardust Dragon can swoop right in and attack you directly. Hope this doesn't hurt too much.
Sure you don't.
So the monster that used to be yours, the one you came here to get back from me, is now the one taking you down. I'm sure if you ever thought that this would have happened, you never would have crawled out of that dump you call home.
Mr. Atlas is fabulous. He's controlling both of those dragons with incredible skill.
Well, what else did you expect from the best?
If what I hope happens, a whole lot more.
What are you waiting for, you say? You do know it's your turn, right? How come you haven't made a move in 2 laps? Thinking of giving up?
Not a chance! I summon Sonic Chick in defense mode!
When Sonic Chick battles an opponent's monster that has 1900 or more attack points, it cannot be destroyed.
Just like back at school, you waste all your time hanging out with chickens.
Well, at least I know this chicken isn't going to double-cross his best friend and then scurry away in the middle of the night. In fact, this chicken's sticking around for the long haul. Now I place a card face down. You're up!
Let me ask you something, Yusei. How do you think this duel of ours is gonna end? Let's kid ourselves and say that you actually have a chance at out-dueling me. And let's say you somehow manage to win. Then what are you gonna do? You haven't really thought this little revenge fantasy through, have you? Well, let me tell you what is gonna happen. You're gonna lose this duel, and then I'm gonna press a little button on my rudder, at which point an entire security team will arrest you and ship you off to the facility. So much for revenge. And speaking of you losing, Red Dragon Archfiend, attack Sonic Chick! Too bad, buddy. Your little chickadee special ability will get trumped by the power of my Red Dragon Archfiend. Remember, it can wipe the field clean of any monsters you have in defense mode. I told you, Yusei, you gotta get aggressive. Like this.
What just happened? That chicken was supposed to get fried.
Always thinking, aren't you, Yusei?
It's what I do best. I'm just surprised you didn't remember this classic from back when we dueled for fun.
Oh, yeah! Your remote revenge trap card. I forgot you had that.
It seems there's a lot you forgot about, Jack, so here's a little refresher course on what this trap can do. First, it deflects your attack. But that deflection's just the beginning. Once it does that, it destroys every monster on your field in attack mode. And aren't both your dragons in attack mode? So how's that for getting aggressive?
You have a thing with revenge, don't you? Too bad for you. Just like your attempt to get revenge on me, this attack is gonna fail miserably. Cause Stardust Dragon's taken one for the team. That's one of Stardust Dragon's special abilities. If you activate a card with the power to destroy all my monsters, Stardust Dragon can save all the others by sacrificing itself. How's it feel knowing you destroyed your favorite beast? So much for Stardust Dragon. But I guess it had to go down like that in order for Red Dragon to stay on the field. Hey, does that remind you of another situation, Yusei? Think about it. This is like how I had to step on you in order to escape the satellite.
Mr. Atlas appears to be toying with this urchin. I do love his playing style.
Now I place 2 cards face down. And with that done, I think I'll bring back my Stardust Dragon so you can get another peek at it for old time's sake. Now take a long, hard look, you say, because after this duel, you're never gonna see it again. Maybe you'll even get another chance to destroy the very beast you're trying to win back from me. You know, you say, with friends like you, who needs enemies? And with both dragons back on my field, it looks as though this battle of ours has come full circle, hasn't it?
Actually, not quite, Jack. I activate my trap card! Harmonia Mirror! Check this out. Because you just summoned Stardust Dragon to your field, using a method other than the usual Synchro Summon, I can use the power of Harmonia Mirror to get Stardust fighting on my side instead. Welcome back, old friend.
That's no biggie. It's like I said earlier, I don't need it. I was merely using it to try and make this duel more interesting.
Well, you did, Jack. And now I'm gonna rev things up with my Stardust Dragon.
Not bad, you say? Maybe you have learned a thing or two since our days together in the satellite. So now we've got Red Dragon Archfiend versus Stardust Dragon in a fight to the finish. Looks like we finally get a chance to see whose dragon is mightier, you say?
And you'll finally get the chance to see the duelist that I've become. Remember that talk you gave after you beat me in our last duel?
Did he just lose?
He did. And do you know why our friend just lost? Because his deck has no balance. And without balance, one cannot be a complete duelist. But you know that already, don't you, Yusei?
Well, I didn't want to admit it, but you were right that day. Those words hurt, but they taught me a valuable lesson.
Oh, really, you say? And what did they teach you?
That in order to be the best I can be, I have to believe in the power of every card in my deck. And ever since that day, I've thought about that duel we had over and over again, trying to implement new strategies and combinations that I would have never thought possible.
Well, you say actions speak louder than words. So let's just see what that deck of yours is capable of.
You got it, Jack. And with Stardust Dragon on my field, the sky's the limit.
This satellite doesn't know when to quit, does he? Well, perhaps I should send in the security team to end this for him, Mr. Good.
Let me get this straight. Now that you've got Stardust on your side, you actually think you have a chance at beating me? Well, you don't. I'm the best. You'll never defeat me, no matter how many Stardust Dragons you have on your field. Got that? Now bring it on!
I've got the green light. And I activate my speed spell, Silver Contrails!
Silver Contrails is a speed spell that gives one wind attribute monster on your field 1,000 additional attack points.
Now because Stardust Dragon is a wind attribute monster, he gets a power boost! It's time our beasts tussle! Stardust, Ice's Red Dragon Archfiend! Go, Cosmic Flare! What's going on? Why's my arm hurting? What is this?
Amazing! Incredible! Fantastic! Sorry, Yusei. Better luck next time.
What happened to Sonic Chick?
My Synchro Deflector trap card happened. With this trap card, I can reflect an attack against a Synchro monster, and then use the energy to vaporize the monster on your field with the fewest attack points. And now that you've attacked, the effect of your Silver Contrail speed spell wears off, which means your Stardust Dragon loses its precious power boost.
But it's still my turn, Jack, and I'm far from done. So next, from my hand, I summon Ghost Gardener in defense mode!
Trying to protect your little dragon, are ya?
I place 2 cards face down. Your move, Jack.
Incoming call, sir.
Put it on speaker.
You might want to find a large, solid object, and then duck behind it.
What are you talking about?
A major power surge. It's out of control. If it keeps up, things are going to get crazy.
Record all your findings.
As you wish, sir.